Oh yeah, the library. I feel like we should look through the books and try to figure out if there's anything useful in there.
Yeah, we can camp there.
Also, yes.
This upper circular room, what was that?
Which one?
The circular room, kind of straight, right in the middle.
Oh, that was sort of a chapel for the monks. They had skeletons hanging from the columns, and it had a writing desk in the middle covered in scrolls. The big symbol on the back wall.
And I just don't remember some of this. The coffin that's down there, and it's in a room on its own.
That's where you found poor Kendall Furfoot.
Oh, he was all like wrapped in chains, right, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Wrapped in silver chains.
Sell that silver. I'll get that money.
I think Amir took his pendant.
I took the pendant, yeah. Never figured out what it did, or if it does anything, but we have it. Supposedly, it was able to, like, from the myth, right? It was able to, like, cure people. Like, Herschel told us how he used it to, like, cure sickness or something.
Mm-hmm.
I, like, tried touching the ring to it, I think. It did nothing, so, in case anybody was wondering. Not that simple.
I remember. Good.
Can I roll Arcana on those chains?
Yeah, if you want to get down there.
While like people are splitting up in the upper level, I'm gonna head towards the library door.
Okay. The chains seem non-magical fits. They were forged by his friends since he was a cleric of Ilmater, just to drape him in death. They're valuable. They're made of silver, but they're not magical.
Tossing those puppies in my backpack.
Are you really?
For sure.
Okay.
Alton has no scribbles, so I don't know if he knows this character.
None whatsoever.
You should get inspiration for that for playing in character.
I don't disagree.
Sell that cash money. It's tasteless to do it in front of your whole party, but like we're the only one in the room. It's like
Exactly. That's why I didn't steal it the first time.
Okay. Fitz has taken the silver burial chains of Kendall Furfoot. The library room is pretty small, so it might be hard to fit everybody in there. What were you going to look for in here particularly, Amir?
I just want to pour through the text and like try to figure out if there's anything that dates back to the origin of any of this stuff. I figure most of it is just going to be like accounts of the day-to-day cloister or whatever, but I'm looking for anything that kind of looks significant. Obviously, we can't put the whole library on our back and bring it back to Herschel, so I'm just trying to find something that would be of value.
Yep. Wappa, did you take a book from here? I don't remember.
I took just a sample scroll, but when I investigated the scrolls, they seemed to look like just tallies of the dead, basically. Names of the dead.
Yeah, I just want to do a more exhaustive pass, essentially. If we're going to long rest, I figure there's time to do that after I rest.
Yep, absolutely. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Or are you going to wait till after resting?
No, I'll do it before me as well.
Okay.
I can do first watch, actually, if other people want to rest while I read the scrolls.
I don't know that everyone will be able to fit in this room. And certainly not in lie down.
I'll just lay in the hallway, it's fine. Probably don't lay in the room with all the skeletons wherever you end up laying.
I'll go back and hang out with Furfoot. Oh my God! Someone stole his chains. There's someone else in here with us.
He's alive. I think we resealed the. Oh, actually, it's a glass coffin, so yeah, it'd be pretty obvious.
Could we sleep with like our backs against the wall?
You could. It wouldn't be terribly comfortable. Amir, you just find a bunch of scrolls with people's names on them. Every scroll you look at is basically the same. It's just another list of names and dates.
And it's like just seems like it's accounting people who joined or like left, or is there any indication of what the names are for?
Far too many for that. There's many hundreds of scrolls, and each scroll has at least 1,000 names.
Oh, wow. And no notations or anything, just a list of names and dates.
Mm-hmm.
These were the caretakers of the dead before they became corrupt.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's names, though.
A lot of people. Yeah. Well, they were here for a couple hundred years.
Are all the shelves just lined with scrolls? Or are there any books as well?
Floor to ceiling scrolls.
That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I'll just make sure I rest as well.
So how are you guys setting up your rest?
I said I could do first watch, so I assume I'm watching while people sleep. Who wants to take second watch?
No, but like legit though, there's not enough room in here. Like, not kidding. You might be able to fit maybe 2 people in here.
Each square is 5 feet, right? Like you can just lay down on a square.
We'll lay on top of each other or something. That's okay. I'll stay out in the hall.
Spoon pile.
We'll set up in this corner here.
I'll sleep where I'm at.
Yep, right there.
Well, if you guys are out in the hall, somebody should be awake at the end of the hall.
We'll swap spots for first, second, third watch.
Okay. Well, okay. Yep, it's fine. If we get ambushed and murdered, it's fine. We'll deal with that if it happens.
Okay, you take a good long rest.
Yeah, we get our hit points back.
Hit point losses return. It was an uneventful night's sleep, if a little creepy.
Logan, you took one of the scrolls from this room already?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted it as a sample, in case it somehow fits the puzzle later on.
Exactly. Yeah. Just in case.
I'll wait till like everybody's roused or whatever.
Is the hunger like much less up here?
You can't even feel it up here.
Oh, interesting. We could before though, right?
No, I don't
On
think
this
so.
level.
Not till you
okay,
opened the staircase. You do still feel uncomfortable due to the presence of the ring, which you didn't really notice below because everything was awful everywhere. But now that all that's gone, you can feel the ring. And who's carrying the crucible?
I think Torgrim's carrying all of it.
Yeah, so
I got all
nobody
that
wants
stuff.
to be anywhere near Torgrim. The crucible is as bad as the ring or worse.
Awesome.
Am I getting used to it?
Probably not in a good way.
Yeah. It doesn't, you don't notice it as much as you did before. Everyone else does, though.
All right, let's get back to Herschel. We'll probably need his assistance to make sense of all this. Oh, we still have the giant to contend with. Great.
Yeah. So you used the there's a sort of a circle with handles on the wall that you can use to crank the sarcophagus shut. There's also a lever next to it that presumably you can use to open the exit. But there is still the giant up there somewhere, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use the lever, I guess. See if it opens it.
Okay. You pull the lever, and all the tension that you sort of put in the system, cranking the sarcophagus back shut, you hear something shifting in the wall, and the sarcophagus slides away from the entrance, letting morning light spill down the stairs into the tomb. From up above, you hear, "Whoa!"
Well, he's still up there.
Fuck. Okay, hang on. I want to do a stealth roll. Kind of whisper to everybody to stay back, and I'm gonna pop my head up and see if I can distract him or not.
So I'm chewing right now, but I have a sleep spell. Do you think that'd do anything?
I think his hit dice are too high.
You tried sleep on him last time, and it didn't bother him at all, but it did put his goats to sleep.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah, sleep's only effective against like crowds in 5th edition of low HD mobs. Big mobs tend to shrug it off.
Logan, you creep up the stairs very stealthily, and you poke your head up above the level of the floor just a little bit. And the giant is kneeling there in his sleeping area, staring at you. His eyes go wide. Spirits! And he bolts out the door.
Go with it.
Amazing.
Sweet.
Amazing. I look at Logan. Is it safe?
He seems to be afraid of us.
Oh, interesting.
I say we make a run for it.
Everybody put on your best frightening face and let's go quick before he changes his mind. I assume Adolman's following us.
Yeah, he's with you.
Okay, once we get up to the surface, can we tell which way the giant ran?
He ran towards the lake southeast. You can still hear him running.
Let's head back home, but not that direction. So let's go east around these hills.
Yeah, let's go the long way.
Okay.
Maybe I can negotiate with him again, guys. That turned out really well last time.
Yeah, go try to talk to him.
You successfully make it out of the Giant's Valley around the hills.
And then I think I think we'll take breaks if we need to, but I can't remember the distance if it was a day or two, but we'll try to get back as quickly as we can, assuming those people are going to turn to zombies at some point.
Yeah, it's about a day. You could do it if you marched into the night. You would get back, if you just kept going from morning until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, much like you did coming back from Rushing Falls. It takes about a day and a half worth of, a travel day and a travel half.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Amir will want to do the whole trip back at once unless somebody else raises objections.
No, let's do it.
I'm feeling healthy again. Let's go.
Just take the fatigue and hike it all the way.
Everybody make a Constitution check. Or a Constitution save, excuse me. Okay. It is a hard march. And Dolaman looks pretty exhausted, but he presses on. And in the middle of the night, you make it back to Crystal Shores.
I think we'll beeline straight for Herschel's place. Although, does the like kind of pallor of the town change at all, or is it still really quiet?
Similar to the last time you were here, absolutely quiet.
Wasn't Herschel at the inn?
Herschel,
Sorry, yeah. I think they're at his house, yeah.
I thought he was at his house. And they'd put all the people at the priest's area, right?
The temple. Yeah.
Temple.
Yeah, last time you were
that's what that's
here,
called, priest area.
Herschel and the priest, Weeder, and Mylene were sort of taking shifts looking over the people as they were locked up in the shrine. And then they were spending the rest of their time at Herschel's house. Okay. It's middle of the night. You guys make it down the main road to Herschel's house.
I'll approach the door and kind of rap loudly on it and wait, assuming everybody's asleep.
Okay. The door opens actually rather quickly, and you see a soft candlelight from inside. It's Herschel. You made it back.
Aye, we have quite a story to tell too.
Did you find
Close
it?
thing.
Did you
We
find the tomb?
We found the tomb, yes. We found Kendall and his amulet and much more.
Come in, come in. My God, so it was real. I hadn't
Truly,
dared to
yes.
hope.
Indeed.
It was buried underground. The tomb itself was strange. It appeared as though Kendall and his party had searched it before, but we found a passage they didn't, which led deeper into the earth, where there were dark things, rituals and foul sorceries, bones of children, and the spot where the ring itself was forged. And all kind of notion to Torgrim, who's probably radiating evil.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly the sort of place a ring like that would be made. He screws up his face. Children.
Truly foul. We took the bones of the children we found to be buried on hollow ground if possible.
That was good of you.
Torgon will walk over to the table and lay out the loot.
Okay.
Yeah, we should scrolls as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have that though. I think Logan has that.
Yeah, I'll just motion. Present everything we found for Herschel. You may need to look through all of it.
These are the tools used to make the ring. And this scroll, none of us can read, but I imagine it had something to do with it as well.
Herschel looks over the things on the table. He runs his hand a little. Oh, go ahead.
I did not put the ring down. The ring, I still have the ring.
Okay.
It's my precious.
Okay. He moves his hand through the air above some of the things on the table, the jeweler's tools, the scroll. When he gets to the crucible, his hand stops. Ah, this is truly foul. I've been reading while you were gone. I think this may be what we need. You have the pendant. Did you put that on the table too?
Yes. I put the pendant on the table. I put the pendant on the table.
Okay. He runs his finger over it. Yes, this is it. Although the glow is dim, its power may have faded in the centuries. We shall have to hope that it is enough.
Indeed. I
He
could not
unrolls
figure
the
out how to
scroll.
use it.
Oh, go ahead.
That's it. I was just saying, I couldn't figure out how to use it myself.
This is a dumb question, but did we know the monk Shade? Did we know that guy's name?
Yes. Oh, ha.
Like, did we
Yeah.
recognize it? I mean,
That's a fair point. Even though it said Nias on the screen, it's not like our characters would know that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, so he never said his name, but he did call it his ring. And based on Herschel's story, you could probably draw the connection.
Very well, Herschel. We believe we met the shade of Nias in the tomb and defeated him in battle.
Really? Nice, the Charnelite.
Yes.
We believe so.
Charnelites themselves were confusing much. On the first floor, they seemed the typical monastic order, but below they seemed to be twisted or corrupt in some way. Hard to say if they fell from grace.
Perhaps. He shakes his head. Perhaps something I will study one day, but now.
You should know, though, their sigil was a skull with a empty eye and a white eye in the other. We saw that prevalent in multiple places.
And he threatened us with vengeance of his master. Or was it his master or the creator?
His master. And there was a chasm that led deep into the earth as well. We did not explore it, but there was something foul beneath the veil, I think.
did you ever explain to us your history with that?
I gave a brief overview. You could ask more questions later if you like, and I can go into details. But I just basically said that my company was trying to find a dwarven stronghold. We were attacked in the darkness, and things I didn't understand basically harried and killed everybody. I escaped by falling through a sea cave into the ocean.
Gotcha.
I didn't say why that was significant to me, only that the dwarf that we found dead on the first floor from the original party was one of the people from the company. Oh, speaking of which, we should tell Herschel about that, huh? We also found the remains of the first group that passed through here.
Already told.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we stopped here on our way back. On our way.
Yeah, that was the waterfall place. Okay, strike that. I didn't say that. I'm getting confused.
You're exhausted. It's been a long march.
Yes, exactly.
I would like to ask Herschel if he understands the language on the scroll and the rubbing that a dolmen is.
He unrolls the scroll and looks at it. His eyes narrow. This is no language I've ever seen. Foul. He looks closer.
Language of Mordor.
I would not want to guess at what this ink is made of. He wipes his hands on his robes. Ugh. Get some rest. I need to have a look at these things. I've never used the pendant before. I have some ideas. But let's all get some rest. I'll need your help in the morning.
Very well. Is there room here, or should we go to the inn?
There's room here. Upstairs if you like.
Before we head off to get some rest, can you tell us the condition of the affected?
He looks pained. Weeder and Mylene are with them now. I'm afraid, well, for some of them we may be too late. We won't know. You've said that the difference that you've observed is some bleed red and others black. I haven't wanted to cut anyone open to find out, you understand. But many of these people have been in this state now for a week. But we'll deal with that if we can cure the curse. If.
Just nod my head at Herschel. Good night.
And he stays up by candlelight reading and researching.
Yeah, I'll stay up for a little bit and like keep him company because I'm not fatigued. In case he has questions or wants to know more about what we found. But if it looks like he gets fully consumed by the research, I'll just nod off as well at some point, leaning against the wall.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do before morning?
Yeah.
You want to get rid of the bones of those children, Wappa, from your bag? Or are you just gonna
I'll do it in the morning.
lug them around everywhere?
They're not cursed. I'll burn them in the morning.
Okay. But it's a long rest. In the morning, Herschel sends Mylene to the shrine to watch over everything and keeps Weeder with him. We're going to have to perform a ritual. There's something I didn't ask you about last night. Do you still have the ring?
Yes, I have it here.
I believe this, and he hesitates to touch the crucible, is the key. It was used to make the power of the ring and its curse. Perhaps we can use it to unmake the same.
How would we do this?
He motions Weeder over. Weeder, did you bring the water? And Weeder nods. Brought some lake water. Now, I'll need everybody's help. Here, let's go outside. He brings a brazier and the crucible outside and sets it on a tree stump in the clearing across from his house. Make a circle. Make a circle.
Follows instructions.
Shuffle around into a circle.
Now, this ring, this tool, they are powerful. There is the chance of backlash if we attempt to unmake the thing. So, perhaps with more of us here, lending it our will, we will be able to resist.
What backlash do you anticipate? What's that mean?
He shrugs. Curses are dangerous things. Have you tried to damage the ring?
Yes.
What happened?
I wouldn't try to damage it again.
He nods. It depends how much power was invested in this thing, how much it retains. This is no mere trinket we're trying to unmake. But perhaps with all of us... He shrugs. Anyone who does not wish to participate, I will understand.
No, this must be done. For the sake of your village, securing this area and ridding this curse. Come what may, though it makes me uncomfortable.
Agreed. I'm in.
Logan just kind of shrugs.
Weeder nods. For the good of the town. Adolaman steps forward but looks uneasy. But he looks at Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
Fitz doesn't run away.
No.
Okay. Weeder pours lake water into the crucible. They set the brazier underneath it on fire. And fairly quickly, the water begins to bubble and steam. He looks at Torgrim. Torgrim, place the ring, if you will.
Torgrim walks forward and holds the ring out to the crucible, lets it slip from his fingers into the water.
Slips inside. Now everyone, gather close. Join hands. Focus your will.
Can I just follow his lead, uncertain of how to do it, but just focus the ring with my mind?
Bend all your thoughts to its unmaking. And he takes out the pendant and slips it into the water. And he closes his eyes. And you feel something building. Pressure almost from the center of the circle. The light inside the pendant starts to glow brighter and brighter and brighter. Suddenly there's a loud noise, almost a boom, and you all feel a pushing you back away from the stump.
I resist the push.
Same.
Same.
The pressure grows harder.
Grit my teeth and lean forward.
The eyes of the skull on the crucible begin to weep 2 streams of blood. Herschel closes his eyes harder and grasps the pendant. The pressure builds and builds. You hear a huge noise. And everything goes black.
You are all dead.
All right, total party kill. Let's go.
Yep,
New,
sweet.
new characters.
Yeah, you each take 40 damage.
4D? 4 damage?
40. Yeah.
Yeah, it's showing on my sheet, so it must be true.
Well then,
You're dead. Anyone want to make a new character?